Join PCTechForum.net is a new site. And so we'll be discussing everything related to tech news. They'll be discussing the latest processors, graphic cards, laptops, hard drives, computer cases. They also have a section for pre-built PCs and custom-built PCs, and also a PC straight from the manufacturer. They also be discussing the operating systems and how to troubleshoot them. And said, last but not least, they'll also be discussing the latest games and business. The site is brand new, so people will join for the first time on there. So come and sign up today at PCTechForum.net.
Hello fam, welcome back to the African Diaspora News channel. I am Wongel Zelalem bringing you this report. Today's report comes from Kenya. Kenyans are taking UK colonial era abuses to the European Court of Human Rights. Kenyans forced off their land by British settlers during colonial rule are taking their case against the UK to the European Court of Human Rights. Lawyers for those evicted from Kenya's Rift Valley say that by ignoring the victims and their complaints, the UK government has violated the European Convention of Human Rights, to which it is a signatory. The lawyer said, quote, "The UK government has ducked and divided and sadly avoided every possible avenue of redress." Kenyans have been trying to sue the colonial era human abuse that they have faced. They were enslaved, they were mistreated, they were hurt, they were killed. So when they are trying to take this case to court, they are getting blocked left and right. We've talked about this when they first tried to sue.
When Elizabeth Borowo recalled what happened nearly 70 years ago, the memories were clear and painful. She was a young woman at the time. British colonialists forced her and her family from their farmland here in Kericho County in Kenya.
Kicking us off our land and setting our houses on fire was painful. There was a lot of hunger. I remember my child almost drowned in the river as we ran away.
Ever since, she's lived on this small piece of land. The much larger, more fertile land that was once home can be seen on a distant hilltop. We went to have a look. Elizabeth says her husband planted this tree a few years before the eviction to demarcate their land and try and stop the colonialists from taking it. It didn't work. A plantation manager's house was built where she says her hut once stood, and the rest of their land became part of a tea plantation that today earns multinational companies millions of dollars every year.
But unfortunately, no one is trying to listen to them. And we get that. Like, we understand why the previous colonial masters don't want to admit to wrongdoing. If they do it in Kenya, that means tomorrow they'll have to answer to DRC. The next day they have to answer to Nigeria. And the other day it's going to be Ghana. Like, they do not want to open that box because they're afraid that everyone is going to start asking for what's rightfully theirs. And they're trying to block it. They're trying to act like they're blind or they're deaf and they're not understanding what's really being said, or they're not seeing what's really happening. But if these countries start demanding and pushing, and especially if they unite and ask for what's rightfully theirs, I believe sooner or later they'll have to listen to the people. Anyways fam, let us know down below what your thoughts are about Kenyans trying to get justice. I am Wongel Zelalem. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Colonization never ended in the white supremacist system. And as we see today, the colonization is in the mind. Now, those who have been enslaved and those who have been colonized, we're still dealing with the remnants of that through the colonization of the mind. Pick up my book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, and we will help deprogram you from the colonization that was put upon you by generations and generations of white supremacy. You can pick it up today on Amazon.com.